Do you ever feel like you're the one who always remembers the little things? The birthdays, the inside jokes, the tiny details that seem to slip everyone else's mind? Or maybe you're the friend who's always checking in, offering a shoulder to cry on, or organizing the get-togethers. If you've ever looked around and thought, why do I seem to care so much more than everyone else? Then this video is for you. You're not alone, and there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, that deep well of care you have is a powerful and often misunderstood trait. Let's start by unpacking what it even means to care more. It's not a competition. It's about being highly attuned to the emotions and needs of others and feeling a genuine drive to contribute, support, and connect. People who feel this way are often described as empathetic, compassionate, or highly sensitive. These aren't just personality quirks. They're deeply ingrained ways of experiencing the world. So, where does this come from? For many, it's rooted in our upbringing. If you grew up in a household where you had to be very aware of the emotional climate, maybe to keep the peace or to care for a family member, you likely developed a hyper-awareness of others' feelings. You learned to read the room, anticipate needs, and offer comfort, often before anyone even asked. This skill, learned in childhood, becomes an automatic part of your adult personality. You become the designated carer in your relationships because, well, you're just so good at it. Another huge piece of the puzzle is our innate temperament. Some of us are just born with a nervous system that's more responsive to subtleties. This is the hallmark of what psychologist Dr. Elaine Aron calls the highly sensitive person, or HSP. About 15 to 20% of the population has this trait. It means you process information more deeply, whether it's sights, sounds, or emotions. You're not just seeing someone is sad. You're feeling a faint echo of their sadness within you. This isn't a disorder. It's a variation in human temperament, like having blue eyes or brown. It makes you incredibly insightful, creative, and empathetic, but it can also lead to feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of emotional information you're constantly taking in. This deep processing is why you might notice a subtle shift in a friend's tone of voice that others miss, or why a sad movie can affect you for days. You're not too sensitive. Your brain is just wired to process things on a much deeper level. This naturally translates into caring more because you're more aware of what there is to care about. Now, let's talk about the social conditioning aspect, especially for those who are socialized as women. From a very young age, girls are often encouraged to be nurturing, cooperative, and emotionally expressive. They're given dolls to care for and praised for being sweet and helpful. This cultural script teaches them that their value is often tied to how well they care for others. This isn't to say men can't be deep carers. They absolutely can and are. But society often places a heavier expectation of emotional labor on women, making them feel responsible for maintaining harmony in relationships and social groups. So, when you combine a sensitive temperament with an upbringing that trained you to be a caregiver and social expectations that reinforce it, you get the perfect recipe for someone who feels they always care more. It becomes a core part of your identity. But here's the crucial part. Being a deep carer is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's a superpower. It allows you to form incredibly strong, meaningful bonds. You're the friend people turn to in a crisis because they know you will truly listen and understand. You're the colleague who makes the workplace feel more human. Your compassion can be a source of immense strength and a catalyst for positive change in the world. People feel seen and valued by you, and that is a priceless gift. However, the downside can be significant. When you care so much, you're vulnerable to burnout, resentment, and what's known as compassion fatigue. You might find yourself giving and giving until your own well is completely dry. You might feel resentful when others don't seem to reciprocate your level of care, forgetting that their capacity or wiring might be different. This can lead to a painful cycle of overgiving, feeling unappreciated, and then withdrawing, only to repeat the pattern all over again. This is because you're holding others to your own high standard of care, which might be unrealistic for them. It's like a person with perfect pitch wondering why others can't hear the subtle off-key note. They're not trying to be ignorant. Their auditory processing is just different. Similarly, your friends might care about you deeply, but they may not express it by remembering the small details or anticipating your needs. Their way of showing care might be more practical, like helping you move or simply by being a fun, low-stress presence in your life. So how do we navigate this? How do we honor our caring nature without letting it consume us? The key is learning to manage your energy and set healthy boundaries. Your care is a precious resource, not an infinite one. You have to learn to treat it as such. First, practice self-compassion. Recognize that your sensitivity is a part of you, not a flaw. Instead of telling yourself you're too much, try saying, "I feel things deeply and that's okay." Give yourself the same grace and understanding you so freely give to others. When you're feeling overwhelmed, allow yourself to rest and recharge without guilt. Second, learn to set boundaries. This is the hardest but most important step. A boundary isn't a wall you build to keep people out. It's a filter you create to protect your own well-being. It can be as simple as saying, "I'd love to help, but I don't have the capacity right now." Or "I can listen for 20 minutes, but then I need to focus on my own work." It's about recognizing your limits and communicating them clearly and kindly. People who truly value you will respect your boundaries. And if they don't, that's important information for you. Third, diversify your expressions of care. Not everyone needs or wants care in the same way you give it. Learn to ask, what would be most helpful for you right now? Sometimes the answer isn't a deep emotional conversation. It's just someone to watch a movie with or help with an errand. By asking, you avoid guessing and pouring your energy into something that might not even be what the other person needs. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, turn that powerful beam of care back onto yourself. Schedule time for your own hobbies. Check in with your own feelings. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Become your own best friend, your own most dedicated caregiver. When you fill your own cup first, you'll find you have so much more to give to others, but from a place of abundance, not depletion. Feeling like you care more isn't a curse. It's a sign of a big heart and a deep soul. The world desperately needs more people like you. But to be an effective, sustainable force for good, you must first learn to care for the carer. And that person is you. Your empathy is a gift. Don't let it become a burden. Protect it, nurture it, and wield it with wisdom. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content about navigating life with a big heart. Take care of yourselves.